Live look, Los Angeles County, California, where another wildfire is burning this afternoon out in California. The Hughes Fire, more than 5,000 acres now. At one point, it was burning roughly 30 acres a minute. More than 40,000 acres have burned across Southern California since the first wildfire on January 7th. On his first day in office, President Trump signed an executive order to reroute more water from Northern California to other parts of the state. The president expected to visit Los Angeles Friday, Asheville, North Carolina as well, to survey the wildfire damage in California and the after effects there in North Carolina from the storms. Joining me now is Alina Habba. She is a counselor to President Trump. Joins us live from the North Lawn here on NewsNation here on the Hill. Alina, thanks for being with us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So we know this started a couple weeks ago. We know Gavin Newsom is the Democratic governor of Los Angeles, run by Democrats. We all know that. But the reality is, as we watch the latest fire, that President Trump now controls the federal government. His FEMA agency will be the one overseeing this going forward. What changes, if any, will folks in California notice going forward?
Well, first of all, there has to be management. He said that he's already issued an emergency with health officials. Obviously, he's going to take care of the fires. But more importantly, he's going out there, something President Biden failed to do. He never went out. You saw it with North Carolina. He barely cared about it. It's been forgotten, but not by the Trump administration. He's going to go out there. He's going to get on the ground and find out what's going on, what they need, what supplies they need. He's obviously already done executive orders to make sure that we have what we need in place to take care of it and create an emergency situation, which is effectively what's happened because of Gavin Newsom's complete and utter negligence.
Has he spoken with Gavin Newsom yet?
About that. I don't know. I have not spoken to the president about Gavin Newsom. We're focused on helping the people, not him.
Let me move on to immigration now, because the message coming out of the southern border from the White House today is clear. If you're trying to get into this country through the southern border, and you shouldn't be, do not come. And the president and the Pentagon today announced some 1,500 troops moving down to the southern border. Does the White House view this as a permanent assignment, Alina, for these military personnel down there at the border?
I don't think, look, it's what we need at this moment. You know, I can't tell you what's going to happen in the future. I can tell you that we have a lot of work to clean up because we've effectively had no door to our home for many, many years. And not only have we had no door to our home, we've incentivized people to come into our home and take our things. And that door has now closed and been locked. And that is the truth. And that's what needed to happen. So I know Tom Homan is incredible. He's focused on it. I spoke with him today. We are going to take whatever measures we need to get America safe again. We are for immigration, but the right way. So, you know, until we clean up the crime, until we take care of the children that are being trafficked, until we take care of the damage, the fentanyl, all the things that are a result of this, our economic problems that are a result of these open borders, until we take care of that, I do see it being something that will exist.
Will exist. Okay, and CBS is reporting tonight, Alina, that there could be up to 10,000 troops. Is this sort of the first phase? Could it reach that number at this point in time or at some point in the future?
Well, I don't know what the exact number is, but I'll tell you this. If you look at the numbers of how many people came in to our country, I wouldn't be surprised if it was that many. It's whatever it takes to undo the damage that has happened. We have to clean up. We have violent criminals coming in through our border for 4 years. Millions and millions. And that's just what they reported. So Tom Homan is looking at this, working with the president to make sure that we are going to get them out and get them out quickly. And yes, the message is clear. You cannot come into our country by walking across the border, getting a credit card for $10,000 and living in our hotels in New York, etc. Those days are now gone. You know, we've been taking a lot of actions, frankly. This is just one of them, but it's a big one and it's important.
Want to ask you about a couple things that President Trump set out on the campaign trail as candidate Trump, and look forward here for a moment. He talked to Alina about the possibility of a strategic Bitcoin reserve. We've seen the president come right out the gate with a host of executive orders and actions, but we haven't heard about that. Is that going to be coming from President Trump at some point?
Obviously, the president is backing that whole area in Bitcoin. We've seen that. You know, I attended the Bitcoin ball actually on Friday evening here in Washington. It was something else. Look, he's looking at the future and the economics of this country and what the best way to secure it is. I'm sure you'll hear something about that. I don't think it will be today, but you sit tight. And I will say this one thing. It's going to be President Trump that makes those announcements. It won't be me. It will not be Caroline Leavitt. It will be him, because he is deciding what he will do when he wants to do it. And that's very unlike the last administration. We don't have puppets here. We have somebody who's actually working, and that's the President of the United States, and he's going to be speaking to all of his executive orders and taking questions, much like we've seen the last 2 days.
Alina, last one. The issue of drones. The president had said that a report would be coming. We covered it from the jump here on NewsNation, as you know. And he put this in the hands of Susie Wiles just the other day when he was asked about it. Do you have a sense of when that report is coming, and should we expect declassification?
I will tell you this. I am from New Jersey. Those drones were over my home. No one is going to forget about the drones.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.